I think it's a general rule of gaming that if someone exclusively plays games like COD and FIFA, then we shouldn't take their opinions seriously, especially not the COD players. If you're still a diehard COD fan at this point, I think your family is legally allowed to check you into an institution, because like, how much is it going to take for you to walk away at this point? I dropped out of Call of Duty years ago, but every single time I see news about what COD is up to these days, it's either something basic about the game being broken, like when reloading was broken. No, I am not jesting you. There was a problem with reloading your gun in Call of Duty. Or the news is some kind of wild crossover that would probably really excite me if it were in a game that wasn't made by algorithms instead of actual human beings. Call of Duty has been on an almost comically steep decline ever since the release of Vanguard-ish, and I'm not trying to tell you that you can't enjoy Call of Duty or that there's absolutely no fun to be had with Call of Duty, but what I am saying is that you gotta have some self-awareness about the situation, you know? Like, nobody can deny that COD is falling off hard, and the reasons for that is the game has gotten objectively way worse in the last like 5 to 6 years, and that's being generous. A lot of people would argue it's been going on longer than that. I think the decline has just gotten more and more dramatic over the years. And the worse that this game gets, the funnier the diehard COD defenders look, namely the COD content creators who still insist on getting hyped for everything regarding the COD brand, despite the COD brand repeatedly spitting in their face for like 5 years straight now. And like, I know people don't go to COD content creators for the most thought out takes in the universe, but after reading what a lot of them had to say about XDefiant, I am 100% convinced that playing Call of Duty has done actual damage to your ability to judge and critique things. Because while I absolutely agree that there are plenty of things to criticize XDefiant for, basically none of the loudest critics of this game are capable of actually articulating those criticisms, because the loudest critics of this game are the COD streamers. And the COD streamers, to put it gently, are fucking brain dead and completely incapable of playing anything that is not COD. So over the weekend, Twitter decided to throw a bunch of COD streamer and COD content creator XDefiant opinions at me, and I had to talk about these because I swear, the criticisms that these people have of XDefiant basically all come down to the fact that it's not literally Call of Duty. And the fact that so many people agree with them and take them seriously is just... oh my god. Somebody replied to one of my tweets over the weekend and said that we should just like wall off the COD players from the rest of multiplayer gaming, like we should be reverse gatekeeping them. And you know what? After seeing all this, I'm 100% on board, because this is pathetic. Strap in, because Jesus, good lordy. Okay, we'll start with this one from Rich at Raidaway, who proudly promotes in his bio that he's the Call of Duty guy, and he's sponsored by a whole bunch of cool brands. Cool brands there, Rich. What do you have to say about XDefiant? Well, he says, I feel like XDefiant needs kill streaks / score streaks. Oh goody. I feel like a simple UAV would go such a long way in matches. Just feel like I'm not working towards anything in the middle of the match. How do you feel about this? This is how you know that somebody is coming into XDefiant with the absolute wrong expectations, because you have a UAV in XDefiant. It's just not a streak. It is one of the characters. One of the characters, their whole thing is recon. Their whole thing is pinging people on other people's screens. Like, detected by radar suit, or whatever the fucking thing is called. But I also love this idea that a lot of Call of Duty players, and you're gonna see this a lot, but this idea that you're not working towards anything in the middle of the match. Bitch, you're working towards winning. This is what I mean when I say that Call of Duty has irreversibly damaged your ability to judge, like, PvP shooters. Because Call of Duty is like the only game where you're doing this. Like, are there any other PvP games where like you're working towards kill streaks or you're working towards things in the middle of the match that aren't just winning the match? Because like, let's think about some of the most popular PvP shooters. Battlefield, that doesn't have streaks or a streak equivalent. We have Halo, that doesn't have streaks or a streak equivalent. I saw someone trying to say that like Valorant and Counter-Strike have the equivalent of this because you're earning money. And it's like, no, as evidenced by the fact that if the COD players had the same dopamine hit by earning money in round-based games as they do by getting kill streaks in Call of Duty, they would be playing round-based games. and methinks they're not doing that. But also, Call of Duty guys are just so allergic to playing the objective. There's no team deathmatch in XDefiant, thank God. Like, team deathmatch is one of the worst things ever put in PvP shooters. Put an objective in there, you know what I mean? Either have it be a free-for-all, or put an objective in there. I cannot stand team deathmatch, because it is the most counterproductive thing ever. You're having a team-based mode, but then basing the wins and losses off of completely non-team based things. No, go fuck yourself. Team deathmatch is a mistake. But I love that because there's no team deathmatch in XDefiant, you have to play the objective. If you don't play the objective, you're not having fun. So yeah, no surprise that the Call of Duty kids are now like, oh my god, I'm not working towards anything. I need kill streaks or it's not fun. Play the objective. It's fun, I promise. Corey Rudder responds to Rich and says, that's what the abilities in Ultimate is for. Your ult is the kill streak. You have to gain a decent amount of XP and kills to earn it and work towards it compared to other games where it just regens with time. I'm more of an Apex and Siege guy than a COD guy, so I'm cool with it. Which, like, yeah, if you want some kind of cool big super reward for playing well, then just play the objective, get kills on the objective, earn points by getting on the fucking objective, you COD doofus, and you will earn your ult. You don't earn your ult as fast in this game as you do in games like Overwatch, or I guess the Call of Duty games that used to have ultimate abilities, but like, who cares? The thing you're working towards is winning. I just can't wrap my head around this idea that like no kill streaks in XDefiant is an inherent problem. But like, Call of Duty is one of the only team-based PvP games to have kill streaks at all. If kill streaks were such an inherently positive thing for all PvP games, why is Call of Duty still the only one to have them? Here's one that I screenshotted over the weekend because this one just amazes me. So Carnage Apollo tweeted out, XDefiant does not have to be a COD killer to maintain its own. It's an arcade fast-paced shooter with grindable aspects that will hold players' attentions, no skill-based matchmaking, and will still have its own unique characteristics. It's fun. Take it as it is. Oh, but then, dear viewer, 14 hours later, he says, review of XDefiant so far. Good. Free to play, great maps, mid-air strafe movement is unique, no skill-based matchmaking, satisfying gunplay. Bad. Lackluster gameplay with no goals, no kill streaks, nuke, or purpose. Health regens too slowly, desync dying around walls a lot. So, aside from the fact that your good and bad literally contradict each other here because you are a COD player and are therefore incapable of intelligent criticism, you say in the good that you have great maps, unique movement, and satisfying gunplay, but then in the bad, lackluster gameplay. My guy, is the gameplay good or bad? You can't describe the aspects of gameplay as good, but then say the gameplay overall is lackluster. That doesn't make sense. But also, lackluster gameplay with no goals. My boy, the goal is winning. The goal is improving. The goal is not being a lone wolf going around getting my AC-130 and my UAVs and my nukes. The goal is to get better at the gunplay and the movement and the positioning. Those are the three fundamentals of the game, and there are no crutches. If you cannot get good at that, it is not the game's fault. Also, it is not a bad that there's no kill streak, no nuke. Look at this. No kill streaks, nuke, or purpose. The purpose is winning. It is winning. That is the purpose. Like, I really need to hammer home how fucking stupid this is. You are unironically saying because you cannot go off and be a lone wolf and get rewarded for going out and slaying super hard and not playing with the team, because let's be real, that's what kill streaks incentivize. Why do you think there's such a meme that Call of Duty players never play the objective? You think because the game does not incentivize that kind of lone wolf playstyle and expects you to play the objective, you think that that is not only a bad thing, but that means the game lacks purpose. It lacks purpose because there are no kill streaks. Oh my lord. Like, just say you need crutches. You know what I mean? Like, I think that is actually a major part of it. Because if you're a COD player and you play a game with kill streaks, you can have a game where you go like, I don't know, for sake of argument, it's like you went like 75-5, you know? Small map game of domination or hard point, you went 75-5. Nice. But how many kills came from kill streaks. You know what I mean? So now you're coming in and playing XDefiant and you're getting way less kills than you would in Call of Duty, but you're still playing well. You're still good at the game. You're still good at the mechanics. You're just not getting as many kills as you are in Call of Duty because you don't have a crutch that gives you a bunch of free ones for being decent with the fundamentals of the game. I honestly think that is the feedback loop that's getting messed up with a lot of these people. And that's just so stupid because, again, like I said earlier, Call of Duty is the only game that's like this. What other game expects you to get good at the fundamentals and then will give you like 20, 30 free kills a match because you were good with the fundamentals? Like, not even Overwatch is that generous with ults, you know what I mean? Anyways, that's my theory as to why Call of Duty players are just like pissing themselves at the lack of kill streaks and thinking that means the game lacks purpose. I'm sorry, I can't. This stuff drives me nuts. This stuff drives me up a wall. Hez responds and says, I'm one of the people who think this game doesn't need kill streaks. Everything else is valid though. Landon says, I can agree, it doesn't even have to be kill streaks. Just something on an individualistic level that a player can earn throughout the game would be cool, even if it's an entirely new concept. Oh, so you mean something like ultimate abilities? Did you even play the game? Were you even paying attention to the mechanics, or were you just expecting literally Call of Duty and now you can't handle it? Also, abilities aren't rewarding enough. Camo grind is pretty basic. The camos are based off XP. You get camos by getting weapon XP. You get weapon XP by getting kills with the weapon. Like, sorry, this game doesn't require you to get like 500 crouched kills or like 3 million long shots with weapons not designed for long shots. Like, sorry, my bad. What assholes Ubisoft are. They should have made the camo grind even more obnoxious than just getting good with the gun. They should have arbitrarily changed the way the game plays because you'll be trying to play the objective and trying to win the game with your team, and then you'll have teammates just crouching in a corner or standing in a hallway because they're grinding specific camo challenges. It's almost like the thing you're describing as a negative is actually a negative of the game you like, and you can't fathom that. Here's one that kind of went viral. Jay's Wazd says XDefiant needs a battle royale. I said what I said. And in case you think this is a troll, he got a response from someone saying not every game needs a battle royale, and then OP responds, yeah, I agree with that, and I was waiting for this exact reply, but if they want to grab the attention of the full FPS fan base, they are going to need to bring something big to the table, not just the same game modes with different names. Call of Duty's fine though. Call of Duty is fine, but this is amazing though. This is amazing. They're gonna have to bring something big to the table, not just the same game modes with different names, but they should be making a battle royale, a game mode that everyone already uses the name of. So I'm not sure why you brought issue with same game mode, different name, while encouraging them to make a battle royale. But also, they're gonna have to bring something big to the table. Yeah, so they should do the exact same thing that every other company does, and they should completely abandon the niche in the market that they were filling for a casual PvP respawn shooter, similar to old Call of Duty. So they need to jump on the trend because they need to stand out from the trends. You are not alive. I don't get you people. You don't make any sense. I'm really enjoying XDefiant. I just think it's funny. I think this stuff is comical. Call of Duty players are so angry all the time at aspects of their game, and then a game like XDefiant comes along where a lot of those aspects are fixed or greatly improved, and you just start pissing your pants that it's not exactly like the game that you like, even though the game that you like is the reason why XDefiant exists at all. You guys are weird. Okay, toodles.